What if I told you there's a portable power station that weighs less than a gallon of milk, charges in just over an hour, and can keep your essential devices running for days, all for around $200? In this video, we're diving deep into the Anker C300 X power station. You'll discover exactly what makes this compact powerhouse different from the competition, how it performs in real-world scenarios, and whether it's the right backup power solution for your needs. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal who should absolutely buy this and who should stay away. Welcome to Prep Pantry, where we help you stay prepared for anything life throws your way. If you find this review helpful, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss our gear reviews and preparedness tips. Now, let's talk about what you're actually getting when you invest in the Anker C300 X. First impressions matter, and this power station nails it right out of the box. At just 9 pounds, this thing is remarkably lightweight. To put that in perspective, it's lighter than a gallon of milk. Anker even jokes about it passing the tiny baby lift test, meaning you could easily toss it in the back of your car or carry it on a hike without feeling weighed down. The build quality feels solid without being bulky. There's a sturdy handle on top that makes carrying comfortable, and Anker even includes a shoulder strap for added portability. Now, opinions vary on how comfortable that strap is. It's made of hard plastic, so it's not exactly plush, but having the option is a nice touch for longer treks. Here's something refreshing. Anker actually gives you a choice. Instead of forcing everyone to buy the same overloaded unit, they offer 2 versions of the C300. There's the AC version, which we're reviewing today, and a DC-only version for people who don't need traditional wall outlets. This is a smart move because it lets you save money by choosing only what you actually need. If you're just charging phones, cameras, and laptops via USB, why pay extra for AC outlets you'll never use? On the flip hand, if you need to run small appliances or want maximum versatility, the AC version has you covered. Speaking of versatility, let's break down the port selection on the AC version. You get 3 standard 120-volt AC outlets, those are your regular wall plugs, for anything from a lamp to a laptop charger. Then there are 3 USB-C ports, and this is where things get interesting. One of those USB-C ports is rated for 140 watts, which is flagship level power. Even better, this port supports reverse charging, meaning you can use it to charge the power station itself, not just your devices. You also get 1 USB-A port for older devices, and a 12-volt car socket for things like portable coolers or air compressors. Count them up and that's 8 ports total. For a compact power station, that's impressive versatility. Now let's talk about 2 features that really set the C300 X apart. On top of the unit, there's what can only be described as a unibrow LED light. It sounds quirky, but this thing is legitimately useful. At just 3 watts of power draw, it provides bright, energy-efficient illumination that's perfect for lighting up your tent, workspace, or any area during a power outage. You can run this light for hours without putting a significant dent in your battery. The second standout feature is app integration. The C300 X connects to Anker's mobile app, giving you remote control and monitoring capabilities. This might seem like a gimmick at first, but think about the practical applications. Your power station is tucked away in a closet during a storm, or it's under your camping table at night and you want to check the battery level or turn off an output without getting up. Just pull out your phone. It's convenient, and in certain situations, it's genuinely useful. So we've covered what it looks like and what it can do on paper, but how does the C300 X actually perform when you put it to work? Let's dig into the numbers that actually matter. The C300 X is equipped with a 288 watt-hour battery bank. If you're not familiar with watt-hours, think of it this way. This capacity can charge a typical smartphone about 20 times, run a small LED lamp for roughly 80 hours, or keep a laptop running for about 4 to 6 hours depending on usage. But capacity alone doesn't tell the whole story. What really matters is how many times you can use that battery before it starts to degrade. Anker rates this battery for 3,000 cycles. A cycle means charging from empty to full. Even if you use this power station every single day, fully draining and recharging it, you'd get over 8 years of use before the battery capacity drops to 80% of its original level. For most people who'll use this occasionally for camping trips or power outages, we're talking about a decade or more of reliable service. That's exceptional longevity for a portable power solution. Now let's talk about actual power output. The inverter is rated for 300 watts continuous. That's the amount of power it can steadily deliver without heating up or shutting down. During hands-on testing, the C300 X sustained a load just under 300 watts for about 50 minutes. Here's what's impressive about that. The efficiency came out to 87%. In the world of portable power stations, anything above 85% efficiency is considered excellent. It means the internal components, the inverter, the battery management system, all of it are well optimized. You're not losing much energy to heat or inefficiency. Can it handle surges above 300 watts? Briefly, yes.
If you plug in a device that momentarily spikes above the rated capacity when starting up, the C300 X can usually handle it for a second or 2. But make no mistake, this unit is not designed for sustained overloads. Push it too hard for too long and it'll shut down to protect itself. That's standard behavior for compact power stations, and it's actually a good safety feature. One of the most compelling aspects of the C300 X is how you can charge it. Let's start with the most common method, a standard wall outlet. Anker advertises that you can fully charge this unit in just over an hour. In real-world testing, it took 1 hour and 8 minutes to go from completely empty to fully charged. That's remarkably close to the advertised speed and frankly impressive for a power station of this size. Most competitors take 2 to 3 hours for a similar charge. Then there's solar charging. The C300 X accepts up to 100 watts of solar input, which means under ideal conditions, bright sunshine, panels positioned perfectly, you can fully charge it in about 3 hours. That's solid for emergency preparedness or extended camping trips where you won't have access to wall outlets. There is one quirk worth mentioning. The unit takes a bit longer than average to recognize when a solar panel is connected. You might plug in your panel and wait 30 seconds, wondering if it's working before the system finally acknowledges the connection. It's not a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. Be patient and it'll start charging. Here's where things get really interesting. That 140 watt USB-C port we mentioned earlier, it's bi-directional, meaning you can use it to charge the C300 X itself. In theory, you can pump 140 watts into the battery through USB-C for incredibly fast charging. In practice, there's a catch. To actually achieve that full 140 watt input, you need a thick, high-quality cable. Most standard USB-C cables will max out around 70 watts because they're not rated for higher power delivery. So if you want the full speed, you'll need to invest in a proper cable. It's a minor inconvenience, but worth knowing up front. Let's address noise because this is a big deal for certain use cases. Many portable power stations sound like miniature jet engines when the cooling fans kick in. Not the C300 X. The internal fans are barely audible. Unless you're in a completely silent room and listening specifically for it, you probably won't even notice the fan noise. This makes the C300 X an excellent choice for quiet environments. Imagine running a CPAP machine in your tent while camping, or keeping your Wi-Fi router and modem online during a nighttime power outage while you're trying to sleep. You don't want a loud whirring device keeping you awake. The C300 X respects your need for peace and quiet. Finally, let's talk about pass-through charging. This feature allows you to power your devices while simultaneously recharging the C300 X from an AC outlet or solar panel. Why does this matter? Picture this. You're at a remote work site, your laptop and phone need juice, but you also want to recharge the power station because you'll need it again tonight. With pass-through charging, you don't have to choose. Plug the C300 X into the wall or connect your solar panel, then plug your devices into the C300 X. Everything charges at once. It's a simple feature that makes a huge difference during extended use. So we've covered what the C300 X offers and how well it performs. Now comes the big question. Should you actually buy it? Let's break down the real-world scenarios where this power station shines and where it falls short. If you're a camper or outdoor adventurer, the C300 X is nearly perfect. It's lightweight enough to carry without strain, yet powerful enough to handle essential gear. You can charge multiple phones and cameras throughout your trip, run LED camp lights all evening, power a portable Wi-Fi router if you need to stay connected, and even run a small camping fridge for short periods to keep drinks cold. That integrated LED light on top, it's bright enough to illuminate your entire tent or cooking area, and at just 3 watts, you can leave it on all night without worrying about draining the battery. Pair the C300 X with a solar panel, and you've got a nearly self-sufficient power system for multi-day adventures. For emergency preparedness, this unit is a solid choice. When the power goes out, your priorities shift to keeping communication devices running and maintaining basic comfort. The C300 X can keep your Wi-Fi router and modem online so you can stay informed about the outage, charge your phone so you can contact family or emergency services, run LED lights so you're not stumbling around in the dark, and power small fans or radios for comfort and information. With 288 watt-hours of capacity and the ability to recharge via solar if the outage extends for days, you've got a reliable backup that won't let you down. Remote workers and creative professionals will appreciate the C300 X's versatility. If you shoot video or photography on location, you need power for laptops, camera batteries, drones, and lighting equipment. The mix of AC outlets and high-wattage USB-C ports means you can charge everything from one compact unit. Plus, if you're working outdoors, the app control lets you monitor battery levels without interrupting your workflow. However, let's be clear about what the C300 X cannot do. This is not a power station for high-draw appliances. Want to make coffee with an electric kettle? Not happening. Want to run a space heater? Forget about it. Those devices typically pull 1,000 to 1,500 watts, which is way beyond this unit's 300 watt capability. If you're planning to do glamping with a full electric kettle, hairdryer, and other high power comforts, you need a much larger power station. The C300 X is designed for efficiency and portability, not for running your entire kitchen off-grid.
There are also some limitations worth noting. That 100-watt solar input we talked about, for most users, it's perfectly adequate. But if you're a heavy solar solar user who relies on capturing every bit of sunlight during short winter days, you might find it limiting. A higher input capacity, say 200 watts, would allow for faster charging and more flexibility. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something serious off-grid enthusiasts should consider. Another consideration is Anker's pricing on their proprietary solar panels. They're high quality, no doubt, but they tend to be priced above the industry average. If you're budget conscious, you can absolutely use third-party solar panels that meet the C300X's input specifications. You'll save money without sacrificing performance. Just make sure the panel you choose is compatible with the voltage and wattage requirements. And remember that USB-C charging quirk? To get the full 140 watt input, you need that thick, high-quality cable. It's not always included, and it's not something most people have lying around. If you're planning to use USB-C charging as your primary method, factor in the cost of a proper cable. So what's the bottom line on value? The C300X retails for $249, but it's frequently discounted during launch sales and holiday promotions. At around $200, this power station offers exceptional value for what you're getting. You're looking at a reliable, efficient unit with 3,000 charge cycles of longevity, near silent operation, multiple charging options, and genuine innovation in design and features. Compare that to competitors at similar price points, and the C300X consistently comes out ahead. Anker also offers seasonal bundles that include solar panels, which can sweeten the deal even further. If you're shopping during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or around the holidays, you might snag a bundle that makes the entire package an incredible value. It's also a fantastic gift option for outdoor enthusiasts, tech lovers, or anyone who values preparedness. Let's get specific about who should buy this and who should skip it. You should absolutely consider the C300X if you're a camper or outdoor adventurer looking for lightweight, portable power that won't weigh you down on the trail. It's ideal if you're focused on emergency preparedness and want reliable backup power for essential devices without the noise and bulk of traditional generators. Remote workers and creatives who need to charge multiple devices on location will love the port variety and app control. And if you're a tech-savvy user who appreciates smart features and remote monitoring, the C300X will feel like it was designed specifically for you. On the other hand, this probably isn't the right choice if you need to run high-power appliances. If your must-have list includes coffee makers, kettles, space heaters, or other devices that draw more than 300 watts, look at larger power stations with 1,000 watt or higher inverters. And if you're heavily dependent on solar charging and need the absolute fastest recharge times possible, that 100 watt input limitation might frustrate you. In that case, consider units with 200 watt or higher solar input capabilities. Here's the final verdict. The Anker C300X stands out in a crowded market because it's clear that Anker isn't just copying what everyone else is doing. They're actively innovating, thinking about real-world needs, and building products that solve actual problems. From the efficient inverter and versatile charging options to the near-silent operation and that surprisingly useful integrated light, the C300X is a well-rounded package. Are there areas for improvement? Absolutely. The solar input could be higher, the proprietary accessories could be more affordable, and including that high-wattage USB-C cable in the box would be a nice touch. But when you weigh those minor drawbacks against everything this power station does well, and you factor in the price point of around $200, the C300X is genuinely hard to beat. For most people looking for portable power, whether that's for weekend camping trips, emergency backup during storms, or powering gear on remote work sites, the Anker C300X delivers exactly what you need without unnecessary bulk or complexity. It's portable, it's powerful enough for essential devices, it's quiet, and it's built to last for years to come. If this review helped you make a decision about the Anker C300X, give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you plan to power it with. Don't forget to subscribe to Prep Pantry for more honest gear reviews that help you stay prepared. Stay charged, stay ready, and we'll see you in the next one.